This is the Earth Science Classroom. Welcome back to the channel. This video is on oceanography, and today we're looking at temperature, salinity, and density, which creates different characteristics within the ocean, and the ocean water can be classified based on these three parameters, and we call this water masses. Let's check it out. This is the Earth Science Classroom. So quite simply, a water mass is a large volume of water with consistent density, which is created by its temperature and salinity. So the certain values of temperature and how hot the water is and the amount of dissolved ions in the water will dictate its density, and this density will be consistent for that area of water, and generally it's due with the vertical column of ocean water, so going from the surface down to the ocean floor. Now this could vary based on the oceans. Now the Pacific is the deepest on average, and the Arctic is the shallowest on average. However, you still can have these different levels of water within the vertical column or makeup of that ocean, and we can divide it based on its consistent density based on its temperature and salinity. So you've got these three levels, which the first one is the surface water, which of course is the water mass around the surface of the ocean, not on the surface exactly, not like 0 feet or 0 meters like sea level, but around the surface. So the top layer, which would extend from the surface down to around 100 or even as far down as 800 meters below the surface of the water, which would be classified as surface water with a consistent density based on its temperature and salinity. Now this would then go down further into what's called the intermediate water, which again is a mixture and a gradient of different density based on obviously a colder temperature and a change in salinity. Then you get the very important deep water. This water mass obviously resides and is present at the bottom areas of the world's oceans, between 3,000 to 4,000 meters below the surface. Now this is generally very cold and dense, but again is consistent based on this temperature and salinity, which again we know from the pycnocline and thermocline are very consistent and don't fluctuate at those depths. So each water mass will have a certain density based on its temperature and salinity, and this can help oceanographers classify different areas of the world's oceans geographically and look at the differences in density and how this plays a role in the overall circulation of the oceans. For example, the North Atlantic Central Surface Water, or the NACSW for short, around the equator is going to be a less dense and generally saltier water mass compared to the Antarctic bottom water, which is very cold and dense, which has a lower salinity and is generally denser based on its colder temperature. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please subscribe and maybe hit the like button. If you like more on this content, please check out my channel, which has all these videos on Earth science.